Now, any doubts in yesterday's session, whatever we had discussed, the PLC and the strategies in the introduction stage? See whether the PPT is visible. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
Okay. So yesterday I discussed the strategies regarding the introduction stage. Okay. So we discussed about the four types of strategies based upon price and promotion. First one was the rapid skimming strategy. The second was slow skimming strategy. Third was rapid penetration strategy. And fourth one was the slow penetration strategy. I also discussed the pioneer advantage. What is the advantage if you are a pioneer, and also the advantage if you are a follower in the market. We also saw the growth stage, the maturity stage, and the decline stage. Now, with reference to these remaining stages, we will discuss the strategies. Now, if you consider the growth stage, now basically in case of growth stage, slowly and steadily, the people start accepting the product or the services in the market. So as compared to introduction stage, you see that the product penetrates into the market. The early adopters or the initiators, they might have liked the product and they spread the word of mouth publicity. New competitors enter, attracted by the opportunities, fall depending upon how fast the demand picks up for the particular product. Here the profits also start rising slowly and steadily as the product starts entering into the market or penetrating, and the cost per unit of manufacturing also comes down slowly and steadily. Now, during this stage, the firm uses several strategies to sustain rapid market growth. Like it improves product quality. Okay, so the company now, with the positive spirit, once it understands the product is being liked or preferred by the customers, they think of improving the quality of the product. It may add new features to the product or improved styling. It adds new models and flanker products. Now here it adds new models means, suppose if you have a basic product as it is, you can think of adding flanker products, maybe in different packages, maybe with reference to different flavors. Now if you consider any product line, okay, any of the product category, there is a parent model or a parent product which was the first to embark in the market. if you take automobile segment or two-wheeler segment, even in the category of paste, FMCG categories like toothpaste or soap category, or even eatables like chips. Okay, so there if you see, everywhere you will find a parent product which had entered initially in a market and then slowly and steadily uh, to serve the customers with a varied needs. Okay, you find the different flavors available, you find the different colors available, you find the different packages and size available. So in any of the cases you will see the improvement in the product portfolio. Also, the product enters into new market segments where it had not embarked with the maybe stressing on the usage of the product. You may introduce new usage of the product and it enters a new market segment. Now, can you think of any examples, as I told you, that it adds to new models and flanker products? I just named a few examples like maybe toothpaste, soap, or eatables. Can you think of any examples here of flanker products?
Ma'am, your voice is not clear actually speaking.
Just see whether it's clear now. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because there was
Yes,
a bit
ma'am.
disturbance. The
Yes,
kids were
ma'am.
playing
Yes,
it
ma'am. Yes, now.
in the play area.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so whether you have understood this point, basically, whatever I'm saying, whether you have understood this, ये समझ में आया है नहीं आया है? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Understand.
So can you just quote one or two examples of it if you have understood? Entering new market segments or adding new models or flanker products, adding to new features, improved styling. कुछ है examples याद आ रहे हैं कुछ या nothing blank? Yes. Whether you are able to relate this theory or these concepts. हाँ या ना? हेलो, मैं ही बता दूं?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What? Yes. May I know who is speaking? Now listen. अगर आप देखोगे लाइफ बॉय, if you remember in the olden days how it was just a big block, okay, in the red color, the previous one I'm speaking of. Now if you see, they have entered with the new packaging with the change in the shape and color also. Similarly, if you see the parent product, I'm speaking of soap category. If you take the Lux, the initial product Lux and the flanker products. Now in flanker products, there are many flavors you can say, or variety you can say. That is what is known as the flanker products. Understand what do you mean by this flanker products? If you say चिप्स का कौन सा ब्रांड है, लेज, ओके फॉर एग्जांपल, लेज में क्या आता है, पेरेंट ब्रांड, व्हिच वाज इट? Hello. The salty chips. What are the flanker products available? Students, आपने प्रोडक्ट्स देखे हैं, ट्राई किए हैं या कुछ नहीं किया है? So these varieties, are known as flanker products. Maybe in size, in shapes, in different flavors. Okay, they are known as flanker products. Basically, understand this. Now entering into a new market segment. As I had given you an example of Cadbury's, the market segment restricted was kids initially. Okay, when the Cadbury's came, then what happened? Slowly they started changing the packaging, the aesthetic look, as well as they come up with the flanker products. If you see in Cadbury's today, you have lot of varieties. Now the segment which was restricted only to small kids, okay, it went on to the teenagers, which has been emphasized in the advertisements, recent advertisements. Agar aapne dekhe Cadbury's ke, okay. So here teenagers is one of the segment. Then they went directly with the Amitabh Bachchan as the brand ambassador. That is the shift in the trend from kids to teenagers, from teenagers to even the old people. That is what is the reflection in the advertisements, that they are changing the market segments. The product is the same, but they try to change different segment. Similarly, increases in distribution coverage and enters a new distribution channel. So here maybe you were first and foremostly you have been a follower of a traditional method, like from a wholesaler to retailer to the end customer, and now you may be opting for direct marketing through the digital platforms. So this is a new distribution channel. Now, because of today's COVID situation for the last 1 year, many of them had to shift this uh, traditional approach. Maybe they today they are using a lot of digital platforms. Now, next thing here is in the strategy is to shift from awareness to the product preference. Now, initially in the introduction stage, the basic objective is that the people should be made aware. Now, here in the growth stage, just making the people aware will not solve your question related to market share of gaining profits. People should buy the product, they should prefer the product, there should be repeat purchases. That would be the more emphasis. And here, maybe the company takes into consideration different promotional strategies here. They spend on product improvement, on the promotion, that is maybe they can tie up with some of the companies, they can tie up with the brand ambassadors. It can capture a dominant position. They can go for merger or acquisition of some others brand, local brands, to strengthen their own brand. That is also a possibility here in this growth stage. Now, any doubts as far as the strategies in the growth stage is considered? Now we move on to the next part, that is maturity stage. Now, what are the strategies as far as this maturity stage is considered? Now here, in maturity stage, what happens usually is the sales will slow and the product will enter a stage of relative maturity. Now this lasts longer than the previous stage of growth. Now this is a challenging phase for marketing managers to cope with the problem of marketing of this maturing product or a brand. The sales slow down It creates overcapacity in the industry, which leads to intensified competition. Now, competitors scramble to find niches. They engage in frequent markdowns. They increase advertising and trade and consumer promotion. They increase their R&D budgets here. Now, some companies here, they try to abandon weaker products and concentrate on profitable products also. Now, in such a situation, the strategies are like market modification. First thing is market modification, and second thing is product modification. Okay. Now, in case of market modification, what is the strategy? Now, the companies might try to expand the market for its mature brand by working with two factors that make up the sales volume. So here the basic objective or emphasis on increasing the volume, sales volume. That is volume. The formula is simple. The volume is equal to number of brand users into the usage rate. Now, first and foremost strategy is convert non-users. The key to growth of air freight service is the constant search for new users whom they can demonstrate the benefits. Okay, so here in this case, the companies, okay, they try to take efforts. They try to take efforts in gaining the customers, those who are currently not using their products. That is, um, they may think of new promotional strategies. They think of giving some options to the customers. Suppose if the product is not within the range of the people, that is, it is expensive. Okay, in that case, they can think of some option that is maybe like EMI. And that's why this EMI concept was introduced, or loans, easy approval of loans. Okay, to convert the non-users to the users, those who lacked the financial purchasing capability. Now enter new market segments. Here, suppose if you are not into a particular market segment, try to enter the new segments. So here, Maruti initially came up with which type of segment? Anybody knows? Maruti did not cater to the luxury class initially. Okay, so for them, they had to come up with the strategy of upstretch market. That is, to gain the segment, the upper class, they came up with the different product line for different set of customers with a high profile customer set that is entering into new market segments. While few of the automobiles, they started with the upper segment and had to stretch the market down to the middle segment. So that is entering into new market segments. Win competitors customer. Now here, if you have seen the tug of war between Pepsi Cola and Coca-Cola, okay, what they are doing, they are just trying to win the competitors customer. That is the way they are trying to market. Now here again, companies use many promotional strategies to gain competitors customers. They give some lucrative schemes so as to convert the competitors customer. Now, how can one think of increasing the volume? Now, if you see some of the advertisements, you will find that the marketers pursue the customers to use more the product. Now, how can you think of increasing the volume or convincing about the brand so that they increase the usage? Like, the company can try to get the customers to use the product more frequently. Now, many of you, we use the shampoos, isn't it? If you read the instructions, you will find that there are contents, the price is there, labeling is there. Okay, in the usage of the product, you will find that from the manufacturing side, they might have written there, okay, that use twice or thrice, maybe twice weekly or thrice weekly, so that you get the good results, isn't it? Whether you have noticed this? What are they doing here? They are trying to increase or improve the usage. Pepsi Cola or Coca Cola. Okay. If you see the ads, what does this reflect? Maybe whenever you are thirsty, you can have it. Maybe whenever you have a party time, you can similarly preferred as healthy in morning especially, but through advertising they even try to enhance that you can have these fruit juices apart from breakfast time also, maybe during your meals, evening also, or when you have some occasions. So this, through this advertising, the manufacturer emphasizes on more usage of these products. Even you can take an example of Cadbury's, right from individual consumption, they have shifted to celebrations part. If you see the recent ads with the, where it is a family oriented approach they have used, where they want all the family members to enjoy that. So what is this? They are entering into the new segment as well as they are increasing the volume. Now the company can try to discover new product uses and convince people to use the product in a more varied ways. That is, the product would be single, but you can use it. Okay, if you have seen the ad of Vicks VapoRub, in that case you will find that they have increased the usage of the product. So one can think of emphasizing on this also. The next is product modification. How can you modify the product itself here? That is what. In the first case, we saw market modification. Okay, the product being the same. There is no change in the product, but you can change the other variables. But here, in case of product modification, you are changing the product. Now, here managers try to stimulate sales by modifying the product's characteristics, maybe through quality improvement, through feature improvement, or style improvement. Even the marketing mix as a whole can be considered here. Now, quality improvement aims at increasing the product's overall performance. Okay, its durability, its reliability, speed, its taste. One can think of improving it. A manufacturer can often overtake its competition by launching a new or improved version. So those products which come with the taglines like new, improved, extra, enhanced, advanced. All these are the prefix which are attached to that product, so as to convey that this is the modified or the new version of the existing product. So you might be using many of the products wherein you will find this tagline as new. Just now I gave an example, new, improved, extra, isn't it? Or something like plus, better, bigger, stronger. Okay. So these prefixes are introduced in the market with the product. The next may be feature improvement. Now, feature improvement aims at adding new features. Now here totally you are thinking of adding new features like you are changing the size, you are changing the shape, you are changing the weight, you are changing the material, you are adding to the ingredients, or you will have some accessories. Okay, that is what is you are improving the features. Now this expands the product's versatility, safety, or convenience. So here the manufacturers they undertake R&D activities to make changes in these features of the product. The next is the style improvement. Now, new features build the company's image as an innovator and win loyalty of the market segments that value these features. Now, here they also provide opportunity for free publicity and generate sales force and distribution. The basic advantage is that feature improvements are easily imitated here. Maybe the competitor can imitate your additional features unless there is a permanent gain from being the first. The feature improvement might not pay off in the long run. Maybe it's a short term objective, it may not serve the long term purpose. Strategy of style improvement aims at increasing the product's aesthetic appeal. Now, when I say the aesthetic appeal, it means that the periodic introduction of new car models, which amounts to style competition rather than quality or feature, the more emphasis on style. You can say in case of packaged foods, household products, companies introduce new texture variations or color and restyle the package. The style strategy might give the product a unique market identity. But still, though we say it has advantages, it also has some problems. Like it is difficult to predict whether people and which people would like new style. They may not feel that the previous package or previous model was their own, as somewhere you are psychologically, I mean as a customer is psychologically attached to purchase a particular style. A style change usually requires discontinuing the old style, and the company risks losing customers. So here those who are well versed with the product, they are habitual, those type of customers uh, may not shift, or they may not like the new packaging. This is the possibility of losing the customers here. So this is about the style improvement. The next is marketing mix modification. Now, product managers may also try to stimulate sales by modifying other marketing mix elements. Now, other marketing mix elements like we saw about the product, then comes the price. Would a price cut attract new buyers? If so, should the list price be lower, or maybe they can give some discounts? Whether at the same price, volume should be more. Whether credit terms should be given, whether EMIs should be given. So this now here again one can think of distribution. That is, can the company obtain more product support and display in existing outlets? Can outlets be penetrated? Can the company introduce the product into new distribution channels? Can we have more distribution channels to reach to the end customers? How can conveniently the product be made available to the customers? That is what is thought. Then comes the part of promotion, that is advertising. Maybe whether the advertising expenditure should be increased here, whether the brand ambassador should be changed, whether the message should be different, whether one can think of changing the appeal. So if you see there is a single product, but you may find 2, 3 advertisements for a single product. Whether you have come across such type of experience. The product is the same, but you may find 2, 3 ads convincing the customer, appealing the customer. So a particular ad is designed to attract a particular segment and also place an appeal, emotional appeal, functional appeal. Okay, so it depends upon the objective of the advertising. Company may undertake sales promotion also. Maybe you may have trade deals, uh, discount coupons, rebates, warranties, gifts, contest. There may also be personal selling, whether the personal selling should be increased, like more people should be included in the channel, whether the sales territory strategy should be revised, whether the sales force should be given more incentives, which type of modus operandi should be used here. That is what is the strategy. Sales promotion has more impact at this stage because consumers have reached an equilibrium in their buying habits and preferences and psychologically persuasion. So here, through sales promotion, companies try to gain the customers. Now, a major problem with reference to this market modification is especially price reductions and additional services. Now, this is again easily imitated by the competitors. So there is no control of an organization. Unless and until you come up with some unique strategy, this will not work. So this is about the strategies in the um, maturity stage. Now comes the part of the decline stage, where most of the product forms and brands eventually they start declining, maybe due to technological advances, shift in consumer taste and preference, increased domestic and foreign competition. There may be n number of reasons for the decline of the product. Here sales and profits decline. Some firms withdraw from the market. Unless and until there is a strong reason, nobody will try to exist. That is the decline stage. In this decline stage, what are the different strategic options available for the firms? The first and foremost is the company may think of increasing firms' investment. Investment maybe if you think of R&D, okay, R&D support could be increased to dominate the market and strengthen its competitive position. But here, the marketing manager should have a clear-cut idea that this will serve the purpose. That is, spending a huge amount on R&D will make you sustain in the market. The next option is maintaining the firm's investment level until the uncertainties about the industry or results. Suppose if we are not certain that whether we are going to exist or vanish from the market, in that case, just maintain the investment optimum level. That is the second option. The third is decreasing the firm's investment level selectively by dropping unprofitable customer groups while simultaneously strengthening the firm's investment in some lucrative niches. That is, those products which are not performing well or those segments which are not giving good returns, abandon them and just concentrate on whatever you are having. The next strategy is harvesting. Harvesting is also called as milking the firm's investment to recover cash quickly. Now, harvesting calls for gradually reducing a product or business's cost while trying to maintain its sales. Now, against the first strategy here, the firm can think of cutting the R&D costs and plant and equipment investments. When you know that it is in the decline stage, okay, there is no need to invest much on R&D. That is also one thought approach. The company might also reduce product quality, sales force, size, the marginal services and advertising expenditures. So whatever are the expenditures on a higher size, they may be curbed out here in this case. It would try to cut these costs without letting the customers, competitors and employees know what actually is happening. If the customers come to know, definitely they would switch suppliers. If competitors know, they would tell customers. If employees know, they would seek job elsewhere. That's why we say harvesting is an ethically ambiguous strategy and it is also difficult to execute. Yet many mature products warrant this strategy. Now, harvesting can substantially increase the company's current cash flow. It will help to retain the cash flow at least. If the firm has decided that instead to divest the business, it would a buyer. Now here, divest. It would have tried to increase business attractiveness, but all in vain. Now, companies that successfully restage or regenerate a mature product often do so by adding value to the original product. When a company decides to drop a product, it faces further decisions. If the product has strong distribution and residual goodwill, the company can probably sell it to another firm. So divesting would be the last option which is in the hands of the companies or the organization. If the company can't find any buyers, it must decide whether to liquidate the brand quickly and slowly. It must also decide on how much inventory and service to maintain for past customers. Slowly and severely, it can think of liquidating the business here in this case. So this is about the divesting. Now, any doubts as far as these 4 different stages and strategies are considered?
No, ma'am.
Hello? No doubt.
No, ma'am.
मुझे कभी कभी लगता है when you say there are no doubts whether you have understood completely or whether you have not understood anything. There are two sides, isn't it? This is one of the fundamental and basic concept in marketing. So please try to correlate and understand. Okay. So should I switch to the next point? Yesterday I told that this is the general U-shaped curve which we were speaking. That is the bell-shaped curve. Now we go on to the next. Whether the PPT is visible below.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here you might see that there are different curves, okay, different shapes as far as the PLC is considered. Now, apart from the generalized trend, even these 3 are considered. 3 special categories of product life cycles are distinguished here, like they are based upon styles, fashions, and fads. What is style? Style is a basic and distinctive mode of expression appearing in the field of human endeavor. Many a times we use this word style. ये मेरा style है या this is a new style, new trend, isn't it? We use these terms. styles appear in homes, colonial, ranch, cape, code. Okay, if you see, especially in clothing, formals, casual, funky, art, like realistic, surrealistic, abstract. So a style can last for generations, going in and out of vogue. That's why you see the curve. Okay, it's picking up initially, then comes down, then goes up. Can you think of any examples which fit into this style? स्टाइल आते हैं और जाते हैं.
Yes, ma'am. Like example, drug jeans पहले थे, अभी नहीं, फिर वापस ट्रेंड में आने लगे.
वापस ट्रेंड में आने लग गए. या फिर you may have your hair salon experts, okay, styles, your haircuts, they may be on based on the styles. You can say furnitures are based on the styles. पुराने जमाने का, फिर we say the saying like old is gold, you know, it goes, it comes, it goes. In jewelries, if you see, you can say shoes, वहां पे भी आता है. So that is what is the style. Then what is fashion then? Fashion, style आता है जाता है again, okay. So it stays for longer generations, we say. अभी fashion क्या है? A fashion is currently accepted or popular style. It is also style. Fashion is also style, but it is restricted to the time frame or period that is currently what is ongoing in the market, isn't it? इसीलिए हम बोलते हैं ये आज का fashion है ना? This is the latest. Fashions pass through 4 stages like distinctiveness, emulsion, mass fashion, and certainly declines. Fashion ज्यादा देर नहीं रहता है. Okay. Now the length of fashion cycle, it's hard to predict. Fashion ends because they represent a purchase compromise and consumers start looking for missing attributes. They purchase it, but they feel that something is missing. That's why it goes from the market. That is what is fashion. So that's why if you see fashion ka jo curve hai na, it goes up and it comes down and it never picks up. Okay, that is fashion. What is a fad then? If you see, the curve goes straight, pointed, and then it droops suddenly. Fads are, now what are fads? Fads are fashions that come quickly into public view, are adopted with great zeal, peak early and decline very fast. Their acceptance cycle is short and they tend to attract only a limited following of those who are searching for excitement or want to distinguish themselves from others. They often have a novel or capricious aspect. Fads do not survive because they do not normally satisfy a strong need. Okay, they may not satisfy a very strong need. Yeah. Now, any doubts as far as this part was considered? Now here, other than this, okay, if you see there is one more slide, is it visible? Whether the PPT is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
These are some of the patterns again, okay, like these are 3 alternate patterns. The first one, if you see, there is growth, slump, and maturity. That is, initially the product gains demand, it reaches to a peak and comes down, and it stays in the maturity market. Like you can say kitchen appliances are there. Years and years, they are going. They are not towards decline. They don't go up, they don't come down. It is stable. Then there is a recycle. It is a cyclic in nature. The pharmaceutical company aggressively promotes its new drug. Okay, this produces the first cycle. Maybe if the sales starts declining, the company pushes up through the promotions. Or maybe you will see that this pattern, okay, cyclical nature, or for the seasonal products, you will find this. As the season is nearing, people will start purchasing. जैसे ही सीजन खत्म होगा वो नीचे आएगा फिर ऊपर जाएगा. This pattern you will see cycle and recycle in seasonal products. When you are using like raincoats, umbrellas, you can take an example of COVID situation. Previous March, some of the products went into peak. Afterwards, maybe 2-3 months back, they came down, and again they are now going up because of the situation, isn't it? So this is one type of graph, or maybe you can say product life cycle of these products, which go up, come down, they again gain, come down, depending upon the seasonal variations also, or the demand from the customers. The next is scalloped pattern. Okay, what is this scalloped pattern? Sales pass through a succession of life cycles based on discovery of new product characteristics, uses or users. Here you can take an example of a nylon sales. Nylon is used for making parachutes, hosiery, shirts, carpeting, boat sails, automobile tires. So you can take into consideration that where, specifically for industrial goods, you can consider. If the demand for specific consumer good increases, you will find there is increase in the demand for that product. It will again stabilize. Again, if there is increase for some other product, then you will find there is the increase in the product category. So this is known as the scalloped pattern. So whether you have understood these patterns, that's why we say usually we have a bell-shaped curve, but that may not be necessary for all the product categories. It depends upon the type of product. Okay. Now, any doubts as far as this PLC concept is considered in totality? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
So, any doubts as far as this PLC is considered?
No, ma'am.
No, सब समझ में आ गया? Okay, now in the next session, maybe I will continue with the PLC for different category of products first, like maybe electronic goods, pharmaceuticals. Okay. Now here, one more very important thing, PLC may be limited to a particular industry. Okay, understand. Industry is different, product category is different, or product line is different, and a specific brand is also different. These three are different concepts. Industry means what is your perception now here? When I see a product growth with respect to particular industry, like I'm saying that it is a electronic goods, agriculture goods, pharmaceutical goods, okay, perishable goods. This is related to the particular industry or a sector. Okay. When I say related to a particular product, like I say soap category, toothpaste category, refrigerators, single category of the product. Okay, and when I say it's related to brand, specific brand, then maybe मैं सैमसंग की बात कर रही हूँ, LG की बात कर रही हूँ, उसका PLC. So you have different categories when you are thinking about the product life cycle. You can take it overall into consideration, or you can apply the concept to a specific category. So in the next session, we will have a look at this specific categories. But at that time, I want some homework from your side also. Since I have explained you all the concepts, okay, how they are applicable. The applicability portion will start from the next session for all the concepts in marketing. Now, anybody has gone through the syllabus of marketing? Rahul, Komal, Shubhda, Monica, बघितलाय का syllabus? का नाही? Whether you have gone through the syllabus? No answer. Nikita, Jayashri, anybody? Theoretical concepts. If you go through the syllabus, maybe from the next session, we will see the applicability of these concepts, as well as if you have any doubts, okay, you can ask me your doubts also. ठीक है? Okay, today we will stop here now. Thank you.